Hello, this is Father David here on the fifth Saturday of Great Lent, the Saturday of the Akathist. We celebrated the Akathist last night at St. Anthony's to celebrate the feast, and many will celebrate it this morning. We are coming to the end of a long, involved, very liturgically heavy week within the fast. There's a sort of rhythm to these where we have, the first week being very heavy, and then this week, then we have sort of an easier week, the very last week of Great Lent, which we're about to head into. And then, of course, we have the intensity of Great and Holy Week. But on this Saturday, where there is a notable joy and all of this, we in the celebration of the Akathist hymn, the hymn par excellence, the poetic ode to the Theotokos and Ever Virgin Mary, we meditate on and we contemplate God taking flesh, God becoming a human being in the womb of the Theotokos, in the womb of this little Jewish peasant girl. And it's that taking of flesh that makes him our great high priest. And this is what Father Stephen meditates on in today's epistle reading. Of course, this being a weekend in Lent, we go back to the New Testament, and we're reading in the epistle and the gospel for Saturdays and Sundays. And it speaks of how the worship of God has changed. Father Stephen says that the Old Testament worship first centered around the tabernacle in the desert and then around the temple in Jerusalem. And all of this was good, but it only pointed to a future reality that would replace the Old Covenant and usher in the new covenant between God and his new holy nation. And this is what St. Peter says when he says, you are a chosen nation, a royal priest, a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. And so we have this sense that Christ is our new great, our eternal great high priest. To understand that, we have to know about the old high priest, Aaron, and all of those that were the Levites that came after. The high priest would have a breastplate on. And on that breastplate were 12 precious stones and of different kinds. And on each stone was inscribed one of the names of the tribes of Israel. So all 12 tribes were represented. And the high priest would wear this and bring it into the holiest place, the Holy of Holies, the innermost part of that temple or that tabernacle. And he would speak the name of the Lord, and he would present his brethren before the face of God, before the mercy seat, before the place where forgiveness and communion was restored. Well, Christ has not only worn a sort of earthly breastplate with the names of his brethren on it. He has taken our human nature, our very being, everything that it means to be a human being except for sin. He has taken on and made his own. He has related to us in every way imaginable as a human being, and he has suffered and he has entered into that. And he has not only done that, he has gone through death. He has risen from the dead. He has ascended into heaven, where he enters into the eternal temple and presents our human nature before God and says, I have become one of my brethren. I have taken flesh and blood like they have. I have experienced their weakness. I present myself as the representative of this race before you to restore communion and to restore good relationship between God and man. And this is also for us now, to be priests. We said that St. Peter says that we are a royal priesthood. How do we do this? We do this in one way by taking, like the sacramental priest will lift up bread and wine, the work of men's hands, wheat and grapes that have been processed and made into these products, the work of men's hands, we offer up to God. He blesses them and gives them back to us. We can do this with any work that we have. We dedicate it to God and we offer it up to him. But St. John of Kronstadt also says, we stand before the altar of love, before the very presence of love incarnate himself, and we have no love for each other. And worse, we do not even worry about it, do not care about it. But love will not come of itself. We must strive for it with earnest efforts. Love every man as yourself. That is, do not wish him anything that you do not wish for yourself. Think, feel for him just as you would think and feel for your own self. Do not wish to see in him anything you do not wish to see in yourself. Do unto them as you would to yourself, and not otherwise, and you will find in your heart great peace. This is our altar day by day to serve on behalf of our brothers, on behalf of our sisters, to love them as we would love ourselves. So God bless you as you seek to fulfill this priesthood of love. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.